to you, my friends.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, conception block. I guess I didn't consider that. I am doing 2 runs, therefore it is a block. That is the rules. But I am back with another silly game, as you could probably see on your screen here, with this terrifying thing looking into your soul. This is PocketBike Racer. This is one of 3 Burger King games that were created in 2006 for the Xbox/Xbox 360. I'll get into what that means in a second. But essentially, if you bought a value meal at Burger King back then and had an extra $4 US, $3.99 specifically, you could have been an owner of one of these Burger King games. We are going to be running PocketBike Racer. Before we get started, I wanted to shout out one special thing that meant a lot to me, weirdly. A couple weeks back, I wanted to shout out the Power Up for Pride staff in the the marathon that they had, Power Up with Pride 2023. They had teamed up with the Yeti, and they had made a few shirts, one of which is the one I'm wearing now. A Burger King shirt. Can you believe that? They made a shirt because of these stupid games. Okay, so we're gonna do some of the runs here. So yeah, this PocketBike Racer, there's a lot of different modes here actually, but we are going to be doing what is called Standard Race 150cc. So the fastest speed on these little bikes. You know what, Happy Bear, why don't you give me a character we can play? So we can play as a king, obviously, but we also got, for example, Whopper Jr., which is a guy in a giant burger costume, a giant chicken, some various Burger King workers and other characters. Any preferences?
You know, I'm extremely intrigued by being someone named Jelly.
Sure.
I am, for some reason, Jelly is calling to me today, so let's go
for it.
Let's go with Jelly.
Cool. Never have used this character before, but we will see how it goes. It doesn't matter because all the speed and change is within the bike, so it doesn't matter what character you play as. But time will start here as soon as go happens on the first track, and will end as I cross the finish line on the last track. So we're going to get loaded in here. We have 5 tracks. But while this gets loaded in here, yeah, we're going to be doing a parking lot first, then backyard, then the King's Garden, under construction, and finally Fantasy Ranch. So 5 tracks here for you. We should be getting this done pretty quick. All right, so let's get ready to start the timer here. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so PocketBike Racer. Yes, it is a Mario Kart clone, and in a way, it does have a few things that make it distinct, which I will get to shortly here. First, there is some cheese, you see what I did there, that happens in the first map here, parking lot, which is that for some reason, if you go a little-ish past the halfway mark in the map, which is like right here, and turn back around and head back towards where you came from, the lap counter still goes up as long as you turn into that little corner. As you can see, my lap counter is still increasing. This is a 5-lap race because it's so short. Think similar if you're a Mario Kart Double Dash fan, it's baby park energy, you know. Very short map with a lot of laps. Luckily enough for us, it's not 8 laps. We do have boosts here, as you can see that I keep boosting in walls for some reason. I'll get into a little bit more about that in the next map here. But we have one more cheesed lap that we're going to do here by drifting again into this random tire. One last, let's see, get past here. You might notice that I stick to walls a little bit as well. For some reason, if you crash into walls, they don't let you get off those walls very easy in this game. They kind of like magnetize or something. I wish I could explain it, but that is the first map already. Cheesy. Awfully cheesy. Awfully cheesy. Alright, so...
I already can't look away, Conception. It's like a tap dancing dog. It's weird, but I am intrigued.
Well, I'm glad that you're intrigued. It only gets better from here because we didn't get to see that map very much. This next map, Backyard, is probably one of my favorites, I would say. It doesn't have any cheese like that where I can just... actually, for the most part, there's not really any more cheese left in this. It's going to be mainly intended shortcuts. You know, similar to Mario Kart games and speedruns of Mario Kart games that use like, kind of developer intended shortcuts that might be tough potentially, but, they are still in the game and programmed as shortcuts. Here's the first one here, actually. We're going to take a tight corner here and jump through this gap in the fence. That cuts out a quick portion here. Maybe we're going to boost, grab some more boost here, and then take the corner here. You'll see different colors of boosts on the ground. For example, this one is white. They essentially attribute to how much boost is going up in the meter on the right side of the screen. You'll also notice in that meter on the right side of the screen, which is for boosting, but is also for another thing, which is items. So essentially, you can fill up that meter, and you can use it one of two ways. You can either use it for boosts, which is pretty much what we do in the speedrun, because again, we want to, the intent is to complete these maps as fast as possible. We don't necessarily need to worry about our opponents so much, or you can use them for items. So what makes this different, and I actually think it's kind of weirdly unique in terms of how the items work and makes it different from Mario Kart, is that as you can see, there's a variety. There's only like 6 or so different items, so there's not a lot. But instead of it being like a random box mechanic, like Mario Kart does, basically you fill up the meter, and the more fill up the meter, the more, the different items you can use. You could either, so like you can see that top one, which is like the D with the little lightning bolt through it, which is a I believe, I don't use the item so often, so I couldn't tell you, but I believe what that does is it is an item that when you hit another opponent with it, it makes their controls inverted. So left is right, right is left, blah, blah, blah. So you can use one of those, or you can use like, 5 of the smaller ones, which are just like, it's like just a shield that you can run into people with, or protect yourself from shots, things like that. So it is somewhat unique of a game, I would say, in terms of a racer. But as you can say, it is PocketBike Racer, so you might have noticed as well. Yeah, we're on the smallest motorcycles we can ride. It's a goofy game. It is a goofy game. Okay, coming next, King's Garden. Now, King's Garden is not a hard map, but it has a few key strats, and it has one shortcut that we're going to do on each lap that can vary as to its effectiveness, or whether or not I hit it or not, depending on the amount of boosts I have. Anyone else suddenly hungry for chicken fries? Absolutely. Who wouldn't be? Okay, so here we go. One thing I will point out as well, if you've played Mario Kart, you know the secret, not the secret trick, which is that you start to hit the acceleration at like the 2 on the counter, and then that will give you a little extra boost. This game does have that as well, but you don't want to boost on 2. You want to boost like on 1 or as close to the go as you possibly can. That is going to get you set up for a little initial boost. I missed the first couple ones here. All right, here's the shortcut. Ooh, nope, didn't make it. Okay. Get off wall. Thank you. Like I said, it'll stick you. It'll stick you.
Yeah, that's a finicky one for sure.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest shortcut to hit in the game out of all of them. And then sometimes you can hit it and come up short like that, or sometimes you can hit it and go super long and go too far past, so it's not super effective because they have to backtrack and stuff like that. It's definitely the most finicky. This map is also finicky because it has a lot of like 90-degree turns like this, like right angle kind of turns. And we use this specific bike, the White Lightning, because it has the highest top speed. So as you can imagine, that's probably important for a speedrun. However, it has amongst the worst handling. So our drift is pretty bad. So I tend to utilize the drift as well as the handbrake a little bit. Oh my gosh. In order to make this a little bit more effective for it. I pressed the wrong button. I am all over the place on this map. One thing I will bring up here is the category does not specify that I have to win every race, just that I have to do them. So if I don't emerge victorious, that is okay. Oh, swatted by what was that, swan? I think it's a swan.
It's a swan.
Maybe a flamingo.
Oh yeah, flamingo actually.
Flamingo took me out. I've never had that happen before.
That's
it was
never
too
happened
accurate.
Before.
Yeah, play the flashing lights. Check it off on your bingo cards, whatever you got to do. But let's see, can we get it on the third time around? Let's see. We got like 30-ish seconds before I even get there. So Happy Bear, if you got any messages for us, throw them at us in the next 20-ish seconds or so.
Absolutely. Well, first I just want to say how annoyed I am that Burger King literally ripped off Peach Gardens from Mario Kart. This is a literal one-to-one ripoff. I can't believe it. And first of all, or second of all, I can't talk right now. We just want to extend our thanks to the different music providers that we've had over the course of the marathon. Chill Hop Music has provided much of the music that we put on stream between runs. There is a Chill Hop command in chat you can use to find out more. And we also have Overclock Remix, who's provided a lot of music that we've heard in between runs for the Sonic and Knuckle box, so that's pretty neat. OCRemix.org if you want to hear more. I have been listening to a lot of the music this week. It's pretty neat. So, how are we doing, Conception? Still in second?
Yeah, still in second. We're gonna end in second, unfortunately. I got that. Trolls were out for that one. The trolls were absolutely out. I got hit with mines, but I also didn't play my absolute best there, so that's okay. But we did hit the shortcut on the third lap pretty well as well. I just clipped the little bush, so I tipped over like right in front of where I needed to be, so we did hit it pretty good. The fourth map here is Under Construction. Now, Under Construction is the biggest of all 5 of the maps, and because of that, it only has 2 laps instead of 3. So that's pretty handy for us. We were able to get the boost there, so... oh my gosh. Alright, so let's... here's the first cut here. We're going to boost through here. A little bit here. Little tricky, yeah, because they love to knock me off the edge there. That happens almost every time for me, I would say. It does waste some time, unfortunately, but we will be fine. That's right at the start. And this track is full of little shortcuts for us, so we'll definitely gain the time back. Alright. Ooh, we're fine. Thought I was going to go off the edge there. A little trickier, so we are going to boost, but we're going to hold back a little bit and then forward. That gets us not only white boost, but it also lets us clip a little bit off the top of that, so we don't lose acceleration, but we're still able to kind of take the fastest way through here. Another shortcut here. There we go. That saves us a little bit of time. And this is actually the shortcut right here that saves us the most time, and all you got to do is drop down. That's it. Just pop down, and that saves us like a good chunk of this track. Now, the end part of this lap is a lot of twists and turns. Let's see how we do here. I actually took too much of a boost there. That's fine. That's what happens. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, not too bad. And that's the first lap done. Second lap, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to boost and hopefully not have as much interference this time. Because there are less enemies here, but oh yes, we did it. Okay. We also do have to deal with the momentum there of the first jump impacting our ability to make the second one. So easier said than done, but here we are. Okay, same thing here. We're going to hold back a little bit and then forward. Oh, we clipped the ground. We still got the boost, but we did clip it, so it wasn't as smooth as it was the first time. Always hard to simultaneously boost and make that turn with a bike with this poor handling, but that's fine. Alright. Here we go. Taking that boost a little early makes it so you don't get as much height off of the jump as well. And then, oh, we got... I was trying to say... We got hit with the power-up there. An item, rather. The one that I was describing earlier that swaps your controls backwards. But because I was already in motion, there wasn't much I could do about adjusting my my height while in the air already, so just kind of had to take the L on that one. But otherwise, this is a really clean Under Construction. There we go. That was really good, actually. And they're going to be coming up on the last map here, Fantasy Ranch, which is my least favorite by far, but we can get into that a little bit afterwards. Any last, this will probably be the last time for messages. Happy Bear, anything else you want to pass along to the wonderful audience here?
Absolutely. We have a $20 donation from Altafen who leaves no comment, but we really appreciate generosity there. That is pushing us closer to the $2,400 mark. So thank you everyone for your generosity, and I am excited to see. Oh boy, this is a fantasy land. Yeah, this is gonna happen in real life.
Yeah, hopefully none of this happens in real life. Hopefully you don't have 8 friends who all own pocket bikes and decided, well, actually that does sound kind of fun. Maybe do have 8 friends who all own pocket bikes in various costumes, and you can make a party out of this, but I wouldn't advise it, not on this map at least, which is, as mentioned, Fantasy Ranch. Fantasy Ranch is by far the most annoying because there are almost no straightaways. It's all a lot of turns, and there are a lot of like curved turns. As a bike that does not have great handling, turns are kind of our worst enemy here. We try to, in general, as a strategy for this game. Oh my gosh, please! We try to use our boosts on the straightaways. That's when they're most effective. But when we don't have a lot of straightaways, we have to just kind of use them very strategically. But we are through the first map. As I mentioned at the start, time will be as I cross the finish line on the third map here. But here we go. We're going to be swapping around. And then this is the only significant shortcut. I can't see. There we go. The only significant shortcut in this map, which is to cut through here. And I even hesitate to call it a shortcut because for it to save time, you have to kind of navigate it through it pretty quickly. If you like hit a wall or something, it's just as slow as going around. So like it doesn't make it for, doesn't make it easy for you this last map. But we are almost through lap 2 here. Let's see if we can dodge that mine. But can I dodge? There we go. The wall there. This is the most significant of the straightaways, so we try to use some boost there, but it leads directly into this section with the bridge, which the spokes on the bridge, they all have their own individual hitboxes, so you can easily get trapped in between spokes, which is not ideal, obviously. But last section through the shortcut, a little slow, but clean enough, I suppose. I got hit with the other power-up. Ugh. Navigated it pretty well, though. Didn't run into the wall too much. Alright, time will be coming up shortly because we are about to approach the last one. The last fish line of the map, right around the corner here. And let's see if we could... no, I was going to try and take the inside corner. Time.
GG.
Oh,
GG.
Yeah. We did not win all of the races, but we did all of the races, which is the requirement for the run. So I got 14 even on my end. I'm fine with that. That is fine. This is a tighter category, so we definitely take those.
Perfect.
So thank you. I appreciate it. So last minute shout outs here. If you want to play any of the Burger King games, this one or Big Bumpin' or Seat King, feel free to come on by my channel, I suppose. I do tend to run these in what I call Have It Your Way Showcase, which is I give myself an hour to try to complete one category in each of the 3 Burger King games. I have mixed results. Sometimes I go 5 minutes under, sometimes I go 2 minutes higher. It just happens, but it's a fun time. So feel free to hit me up. I have some experience running all 3 of them. By the way, you can hit me up at twitch.tv/conception or at Twitter for as long as it lasts at conceptionsr. And then, yeah, just shout out to the fast-paced crew, everyone behind the scenes, everyone in front of the scenes. This is an incredible organization raising money for incredible causes that are very near and dear to me. So thank you so much for putting this on and making it happen. And if you have the ability, please donate at home. This is a wonderful, wonderful cause. Very important for a lot of people out there right now. So please continue to donate. But yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Conception Silly Block. Oh, speaking of, if you like awful/silly games, come on by every 2 weeks on Monday, twitch.tv/gamesdonepick, me hosting Awfully Silly, one of the GDQ hotfix shows where we love to throw on blocks that would fit perfectly in an awful or silly block, but we put them in prime time hours as opposed to 3 a.m. So come and check us out and check out some of the silly games we have. Our next episode is in 2 days, this coming Monday. And then, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, Conception. That was a super fun and only mildly disturbing run. We have one more donation that I want to slip in real quick before we go on break again. It's from The King, who says, "Some impossible tricks happening in this run. Just like the Impossible Whopper, available at Burger King locations everywhere. All the deliciousness you need to fill your speedrunning appetite." The King, thank you for that $5.59, and I am told that is the price of Impossible Burger, but I can neither confirm nor deny that because I never eat at Burger King.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. But Burger King, if you want to drop a few $1,000s on this charity, we would not be opposed to it. Well, thanks everyone for watching. We're gonna take a quick break here, real quick, but don't go away because we've got more awesome runs coming out with Buck Up and Drive by a tea tree, and that's gonna be coming up next. So we'll be right back. Hang tight, everyone.